I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. Hi, Christina. Hi, KJ. I'm glad you're here. Yes, Christina, I'm on a roll. Hi, Aurora. We're just waiting for more people to join us. For those of you who haven't joined us in the past, please hit the like button on your way in. That's always appreciated. And if you could, Shannon, I am a dork. If you could, just wave or say hi in the chat so I know who's here. You can barely hear me. Who said that? Let me do a little rearranging. Whoops. Hang on. Oops. Can you hear me now? How is the sound? Oh, Tony Lee, I talked on this on my Wednesday night live. You can go back and watch that. Oh, good. Good. Hi, Liberty. Hi, Laura. Hi, Tara. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're all here tonight. Bobby, my girl. Bobby's one of my besties. I have a doppelganger in chat. I don't know what that means, Christina. I don't know what that means. I have a doppelganger in chat? Who is the doppelganger? Oh, Sue Tisdale. Okay, so let me explain. Sue Tisdale is a real person. She happens to be my sister-in-law. Hi, honey. I can't wait to see you tomorrow night. We're going to get together. Sue, or Susie, is married to my husband's brother, Gene. So the family refers to us as I am Kevin Susie, and the other Susie or Sue is referred to as Jean Susie. That's just how we do it. Oh yeah, I love her. Susie is just awesome. I bet that doesn't. Yeah, well, I haven't told you how many Susans are in the family. Yeah, imagine two of us in the world, right? Imagine the two of us cloned. That's scary. Just welcome to all the new faces. I really appreciate that. If you haven't, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, do that. And then turn your little notification bell on. We get together every Wednesday night at 6:30 for Wednesday Nights with the Winch. And that's where we discuss all things writing related, plots, characters, arcs, scene setting, you name it, we talk about it. Every Wednesday night at 6:30. All things writing related. Friday night, however, is more of a no holds barred event. I think someone donned it the wench a little cheekier or something like that. Yes, the wench is cold. I am freezing again. So anyway, we would love it if you could join us every Wednesday night to talk about writing. Oh, Sam, it's just. I'm going to do a screen share here in a minute. Snark Fest. Yeah, Friday nights can be a snark fest. But Friday nights we talk about everything. Anything that trips our fancy. Usually it is book world related, but sometimes I love to follow trials, and I love to follow mysteries and murders and crimes. Shannon sent me a picture. Yeah, I saw that, Shannon. I'll be sharing that shortly. I saw it. I saw it. Hey, beautiful. Can't wait for your opinion on the latest drama. Well, I did do a video about this last week, or this just a couple days ago, Wednesday, and had a little breakdown in the middle of it. I suggest if you haven't seen it, just go back and watch it. Thank you, Teresa. I am in a much better mood tonight. I'm much lighter emotionally, and that's always good. Always, always good. So I hope everybody is just doing very, very well. And yeah, this story just keeps getting bigger and bigger and more jaw dropping. And as the weeks go by, I will be updating you with more things that I have learned. Because it seems like a new door is opened every single day, right? It's just somebody comes to me and said, well, this happened to me with Susan Meachen, that happened to me with Susan Meachen. And I just sit here every day, shaking my head, going, oh my God, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. I've learned never say can this get any nuttier? Can this get any crazier? Because guess what? It does. It truly, sincerely, honestly does. So we will get into it. I'm going to do a little share screen because I want to read a little article for you. Oh, that's nice, KTS 711. Will she face fraud charges, do you think? Oh, yeah, we're going to get into that here in a minute. So, first, I want to read this to you, and I hope that you can see it. Oops, we got to do this. Shannon, oh, there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to go through and we're going to read this together. Now, I haven't read this entire article yet, so this is going to be a live react. So we'll just see where this takes us. Okay. After it was announced on social media that romance author Susan Meachen had taken her own life 2 years ago, the literary community rallied to support her family. Turned out to be a massive lie, right? Susan Meachen was an independent romance author, having published 14 novels since 2017 on Amazon. The Tennessee native amassed a respectable Facebook following of about 1,300 followers. That ain't nothing. And was active in a private writers group known as The Ward with over 700 members. The Ward was a group that she had created herself. Her Amazon bio described her as a mom, Mimi, and friend. I don't know if that's Mimi as in like grandma or meme as in her life's a meme. Priding herself on her ability to write flawed leads in her books, she promoted herself as an author of perfectly flawed romance. While not necessarily famous, she was prolific, had her share of readers, and networked well with enough to become acquaintances, that's important, okay? With the likes of USA Today, best-selling romance author Samantha Cole. What I mean by acquaintances is they weren't the dearest of friends like Samantha and I are, okay? With whom she frequently talked shop. Hers was an underdog story of a woman who nurtured her talents for years, spent time putting in the work, and was on the way to blazing her own path through a crowded and fiercely competitive literary genre. Yeah. Then in September 2020, things took a dark turn. Meachen began venting on social media about various difficulties she was countering with being bullied by various literary cliques and complained about mainstream publishing in general. She also admitted to a history of mental health issues, saying that she had previously attempted that word that I can't say on YouTube or they'll shut me down, and that her next book, scheduled for release October 30th, would be her last. A few weeks later, someone claiming to be her daughter, using her account, would announce that Meachen had she'd done her own unaliving after being bullied and harassed at length. Okay. So we're going to pause here for a moment. I still have not seen any evidence of any bullying. I have begged People, if you've got evidence of bullying, if you've got screenshots, screen grabs, text message or whatever, send them to me. I would really, really, really like to see them. But thus far, we have drawn nothing but a complete blank. Okay? So we're going to go back to this. Oops, sorry. I'm still learning this. But anyway, an outpouring of support. And this part is very, very true. To those who were friends with Meachen over Facebook, the news was shocking. Several fundraisers were set up to help Meachen's grieving family. Indie writers and friends banded together to help posthumously publish her final novel. Writers contributed to an anthology of, and I swear I'm not making this up, supernatural bully romance. Ugh! That included this heartfelt dedication page. For Susan Meachen, an author of what she called perfectly flawed romances, the world is a little less bright without her. Words can hurt, but they don't have to. Words can also heal. Let's keep bullying where it belongs, in fiction. Yeah. Wow, 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 double effing wow. I can't even. As someone who has been bullied, oh, trust me, I know what it is. Um, I ain't buying this crap. I'm just not buying it. I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying any of it. Yeah, that made me gag too. Her friends even helped edit and publish several more of her books, including one whose release was said to have meant to coincide with her daughter's wedding as a gift. All, it says allegedly, but we know it was all free of charge. It was truly a touching display of sincere friendship. And that's true. That, we got to talk on that, guys. We're going to stop for a second. We've got to talk on this. The indie community is one of, it can be, and the indie community that I am part of is one of the best communities I've ever in my life belonged to, right? We rally together. We rally together to show support in times of need. We've shown support for our other friends who were going through breast cancer. We have shown support for other friends who have lost loved ones, other friends who've been in accidents. We even rally around authors we have absolutely no relationship with simply because they are part of our community, right? We all band together. It is amazing. It's wonderful. And I can't imagine being in any other job or career, right? Because the amount of support is unfriggin' believable. 6 years ago, when my granddaughter was born, she was born severely premature at 25 weeks, 2 days of gestation. She weighed 1 pound, 12 ounces, and was 12 and a half inches long. She was tiny. She was in the hospital for 79 days. The outpouring of love and support for this baby was unbelievable. She received gifts that she still has from around the world. This child was blanketed in prayer, right? From complete strangers. My Facebook, every day, Facebook messages just blew up with people in my email, my inbox, with people showing me and my daughter and my granddaughter all the love that they could possibly show, right? Yes, there is a tiny fraction, a small part of the indie community, which is full of, I'm trying to put this nicely. I gotta find a good word for that tiny fraction of buffoons. Is that a good word? Buffoons, haters, jealous individuals, evil individuals, who they're the kind of people who, if you gave them $1 million, they would bitch at you because you did not gift wrap it, right? So, but that is a very small fraction, okay? And then you have, I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, we've had issues with plagiarism. Do you remember Copy Paste Chris? Anybody? Show of hands. We've had issues like that. But for the most part, the issues have been big issues, but they've been very far apart. But honest to God, this takes the cake. It just truly does. I'm going to go back to reading. Except Susan Tisdale, oh my God, please God forgive me. Susan Meachen wasn't dead. Since the story erupted a few days ago, there's been no shortage of people asking questions and speculating as to why Meachen chose to leave this way and why she made the decision to make herself known now. One possible motive is money. A Reddit user in r/romance books wrote a post titled "Another Author Behaving Badly, Coming Back from the Dead." They mentioned finding several posts on Facebook and elsewhere of artists providing Meachen with cover art which they accuse her of turning around and selling, claiming it to be her work. Are you freaking kidding me? This I did not know. This is a blind react. This I did not flippin' know. Oh my God. And I guarantee you that the artwork that she was turning around and selling was never, ever paid for. The Redditor linked the following screenshot, which they allege is a chat between disgruntled artists and authors who have been burned by Meachen, as well as accusing her of using copyrighted art. And all the money she screwed out of me and dozens of other authors in book covers we paid for and never gained. Do you have paperwork for this? Because that's ground for a lawsuit. I don't think I kept anything after her quote-unquote DEATH. Her family sent me a bunch of pieces of book covers that were useless and told me to go whistle in not such nice words, after publicly saying they would honor all pending covers, so please get in touch. This I did hear. The family did go online and say, if Susan owed you anything, please reach out. Well, when people reached out, they got pissed off because they were saying, because they're like, oh my God, how can you try and collect money from a dead woman? She was a cover designer too, huh? That's the third cover designer that I've heard of that claimed to commit over bullying and walked it back. If you have any proof of payment, then I would definitely get in touch with others and call a lawyer. Keep all your emails. Yes, she was. And this happened weeks after she got called out for using Disney images in her work. I did not freaking know this. Did anybody else know this? Because I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm disgusted with this whole thing too. Just absolutely mind-boggled. Emerging from the shadows. In fact, unbeknownst to the rest of her writing group, she had actually rejoined under the name of T.N. Steele, eventually taking over admin duties for The Ward, which is a group that she originally created herself. Also, she was on TikTok the entire time with an account, now deleted, under her own name. I did not know this, but I have seen this TikTok account. Stay-at-home wife and mother. What y'all think? Seriously. Seriously. Mm, 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 mm. 2 days ago, she finally decided to make her formal return to the land of the living in the ward, announcing herself to a group of hurt and confused members. This is what she stated in her group. This pisses me off. I debated on how to do this a million times and still not sure if it's right or not. There's going to be tons of questions and a lot of people leaving the group, I'd guess. But my family did what they thought was best for me and I can't fault them for it. I almost, again, at my own hand, and they had to go through all that hell again. Returning to the Word doesn't mean much, but I am in a good place now, and I'm hoping to write again. Let the fun begin. Oh, yeah. It's begun, darling. And the people who donated to those fundraisers, not looking too good for them either. These are comments to Meachen's post. Okay, serious question. Are you going to pay back all the authors who donated to the charity auction for your funeral, or should we retain lawyers for fraud now? Meachen replies, FYI, there was no fundraiser for me. Bullshit, there was. There was a charity auction to pay for your funeral, to which I and many others donated. Do not make this another lie, right? So she's just going to continue to lie. She's not going to own up to anything. Not one single solitary frickin' thing. The internet naturally has exploded. The story has gotten a metric ton of mainstream attention from the likes of the New York Post and Rolling Stone, though details are all more or less the same. However, you can find a video featuring commentary about the whole thing from Samantha Cole on Australia's News 7. Oh, I didn't know about this. And a thorough, if at point circumstantial compilation of events and evidence on Reddit. For her part, seems to be back on the grind. This was her Twitter account 6 hours ago as of this writing. I'm back, baby! You don't know how hard it is for me not to use really, really bad, nasty, dirty, filthy words right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm back, baby. Ooh. Okay, y'all have heard me use my mommy voice before? Directed at pirates, scammers, stuffers, people like that, idiots. But I might end up using my crazy ex-wife voice, and that is enough to make a grown man piss himself. Yeah, she should have stayed. God. Oh, Lord, I'm going to need another Nexium after this. So comments to that. Miss Meachen, I'm with the book review site Upstream Reviews. Would you be willing to answer a few questions via DM? Michael's son replying to Twitter quick, LOL. Susan Meachen replies with, buy my book? Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. I can't. I can't even. This is such bullshit. It's not even funny, and I'm sorry for the dirty word. I'm sorry for any cursing that might happen. Please forgive me, but this is just sending me. Should take my blood pressure. I should be taking my blood pressure and making sure I'm not about to have an aneurysm, because this is pissing me off beyond. I'm, as Emily D. Baker says, I am shooketh. And with that, we are left with so many questions that mostly boil down to one question. Why? What was it that drove a woman to immolate her credibility, professional goodwill, and reputation in a series of social media posts? Well, I'm finding out her social media reputation sucked big, hairy, green, cankerous donkey nuts. And if one is inclined towards cynicism and truly does believe that no publicity is bad publicity, this wave of scandal may very well have her reap a windfall. Time will tell. I've also attempted to contact Meachen via DM on Twitter, and though she seemed initially receptive, as of this post, I've gotten a response back. This article, of course, will be updated if that changes. Okay. I might have to text my husband to bring me some whiskey. Meachen has responded. Shall we read it together? Yes. Let's. I'm going to need more Advil. The best fiction is rooted in fact. The events may not be authentic, but the emotions are. Since 2020, that's been my life and death. Did I leave the mortal coil? No, but the pain was real. You can't just take a break from that, not unless the bullies take a break too, which is basically all I wanted. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Are you freaking killing me? Are you freaking kidding me? All she wanted was a break. Well, guess what, Susan Meachen? All you had to freaking do was take a break. All you had to do was tell your readers, your fellow authors, I'm in a bad place. I need to heal myself. I'm stepping away from everything. I'll come back once I am healed. That was all you friggin' had to do. That was it. That's all you had to do. But instead, you chose to make up one of the most disgusting, despicable, ugly freaking lies that anybody could possibly make up. You made people suffer. You made people grieve for your loss, dear. You put Samantha Cole and others who do not want to be named through absolute hell. You watched it, you witnessed it, you stayed quiet, and you didn't do a friggin' thing about it. Sorry. Sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd never heard of her either. I remember her supposed, departing of the mortal coil. Same here, Lynette. Same here. Well, I never made the attempt, but I thought about it. And yes, this shit is just way too much, and you are not alone. Okay. I died not physically, but spiritually. The bullying stopped, and I was finally able to breathe. Ironically, when people believed I stopped breathing, they knew how far I was pushed and finally saw the toxicity. Things actually improved, not just for me, but for others. You can criticize the means, but you can't deny the end. Are you out of your ever-loving mind? People who've been actually bullied, like me and others? No. The bullying continued, you nitwit. It continued. It never stopped. What you didn't do anything, right? It didn't improve bullying. It didn't stop any toxicity. It didn't stop any attacks. It did abso-friggin-lutely nothing. Zero. Zip, zilch, nada. Nothing. All that crap remained. Okay? They may have stopped bullying you because everyone thought you had left this earthly plane. And I still don't know what bullying. I still don't know what bullying. I still don't. I just can't even. Why is it doing that? Why is it not? But then what? At some point I wasn't doing anyone any good by staying dead. Then when there was more to be gained and more healing to be had by reaching out. The new year seemed like an auspicious time for a new beginning. I knew some people would be upset, at least at first. I'm sorry they feel that way, but the proof is in the pudding. I picked a hell of a time to try and quit smoking. Ugh. A fiction author's job is to create new realities, which is what I did. Does transcending the pages of a book make me a bad author or a good one? Oh my God. Who's to say where the lines are drawn? But in one tiny corner of the world, my death was real. The darkness that led up to it was real. And so was the light that emerged. Oh, honey, I'm so glad you had light emerge. Only the end of my life was a work of fiction, and those who would prefer otherwise should consider what that means. They want me dead? I gotta read that again. Only the end of my life was a work of fiction, and those who would prefer otherwise should consider what that means. They want me dead. I don't even know what she's trying to say. Even if you think I did something wrong, does it warrant that? The death penalty, the same toxicity pushed me to this in the first place proves I was morally justified? Morally justified. She feels morally justified for putting people through hell. Oh, oh, honey. I wish I could be in a room with her for a couple hours and to discuss moral justification or just to discuss morals. We're going to go back to it. We're going to go back to it. We're going to go back to it. It won't do this split screen. Why will it not do the split screen? You bloody booger. Oh, there it is. Yay. So why did I make a public return? What will be different this time? As I said, the best fiction is rooted in fact. For the past 2.5 years, I've lived my own. I've witnessed what few others have and survived to tell the tale. And that's exactly what I'll do in my next book, which will be only one I could write because I lived it. I lived that death. What better stage for a perfectly flawed romance? Thanks for the opportunity to speak my truth. Your truth. Honey, your truth is one gargantuan Tyrannosaurus Rex sized pile of steaming shit. That's what your truth is. Update on 1623. I continued my conversation with Meachen, asking a few more questions, which she responded to. I have formatted them Q&A style below for ease of reading. Her responses appear verbatim. MG. There have been conflicting comments regarding various fundraisers and donations gifted to your family. Could you confirm whether or not the family did indeed receive any funds, and if so, will you be returning those funds? Meachen says, I'm not aware of a charity auction and didn't ask for any such thing. If that actually happened, it must have been someone exploiting my death for their own gain. People may have given my daughter money. They can take that up with her, but no one forced them to do that, so why would they be owed anything? The same goes for those who donated their services to help get the book published. Donated in all caps. Suddenly they think there's a contract for them to get paid money, as though they haven't already been paid an exposure they didn't even expect. No one forced them to do that either. MG says, so it was actually your daughter running your account when your death was announced, or was it you? She says, I've never impersonated my daughter. If a post was labeled from her, she wrote it. MG asks, if you feel the donors should take it up with her, were you not in touch with her while she was potentially receiving money? How can someone who wants to follow up with your daughter contact her? Meachen says, to be clear, I don't think the donors should take it up with her, but they can if they want to. They certainly shouldn't come after me, though. They can contact her by whatever method they used before. That has nothing to do with me, and it's not my place to divulge her personal details. Oh my god, 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 my head hurts. MG, were you involved at all with the publishing of the posthumous books? I'm assuming you were still receiving royalties from sales, if nothing else. Who received those payments? I was involved with the publishing in so much as I was aware it was happening. My daughter always handled the logistics going back to my earlier titles. Yes, I received the royalties, which have never been much. Hopefully that will change. Oh my god. 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 Oh dear Father in heaven. Oh, right now I'm at the point where if I don't laugh at this crap, I'm going to either my head is either going to explode or I'm going to end up cursing like a drunken sailor. So, okay. What would you say to those who feel they donated under a false pretense and might feel wronged? To those who donated, I would again stress that wasn't demanded of them. I'm sorry they feel wronged, but they chose to donate. It doesn't magically become a loan because they regret it now. And why do they? Because an author told a story. The only difference now versus before is I'm alive. They'd rather I be dead. Then they'd be happy about donating. That's what it seems like they are saying. They're cruelly wishing death on me. Nope, nobody's wishing death on anybody, honey. Nobody. Not a zip zilch. But we do want consequences and justice. Lastly, do you plan to continue writing moving forward? She says, yes, I plan to continue writing, and this will be the backdrop for my next book. I'm in a unique position of expertise to write a romance about a woman bullied into death who returns for a fresh start at life and love. As always, I can promise a happy ending, just an interesting journey. Oh, I can't keep up with the chat. There's so many of you in here and so many comments. Shannon, if you see something that I needs to be brought to my attention, um, tell me. Uh, mm, okay, this is supposed to be a safe space for everyone. We don't name call. We don't bully. We don't go after people. We don't do any of those things. We really don't. I am not a clinical psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a professional, anything but a professional author. But in my most humble, amateur opinion, this just reeks of narcissism. As far as she's concerned, oh God, she has done nothing wrong. Nothing. And nobody has a right to feel betrayed or hurt or upset. Because if you do, that means that you want her, you know, unalived again. For real. And no, that's not true, Susan. That is not true. What we want is justice. What we want is one huge, honest, heartfelt apology, but that is never, ever going to happen because you don't have it in your chemical makeup, in your soul, in your character to do anything like that. Mm. Yeah, did you watch Gone Girl? If she faked her ending, I wonder if there would not be something official. Well, Sam B, here's how that went. Several people did reach out and say, "Hey, where can I find her obituary? Because we would like to send flowers to the funeral home." And the so-called family said, "There is no obituary." Odd, 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 odd. Why would there not be an obituary? Well, can you tell us what funeral home? No, we'd like to keep that information private. We'd like to keep that information private. In lieu of flowers, I'm sure this is how it went. I have no evidence, no supporting facts. This is just me making one huge guess. When anybody asked where to send flowers to, they probably said, in lieu of flowers, would you donate to her favorite charity? And that was probably a fake charity, and it all went to her. I'm not certain. I have no facts again to back it up, but I'm just going out on a limb saying that was a strong possibility. Who else has a pounding headache right now? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, and she's blaming her daughter, right? Lola's right. She's literally blaming her daughter, so she really won't give two flying ducks if her daughter actually goes to jail when the entire time it was Susan, not the daughter. The daughter's not going to jail. Unless she was actually, truly, totally in on it, she's not going to jail. But there are investigations taking place now for all sorts of different things. I'm not allowed to go into too much detail, but I'm telling you, justice will be had for everyone. There are actual investigations, criminal investigations taking place right now. When I have more official documentation that I can share with you, I will. I don't know if she even has a daughter, Jennifer Rose. I don't know. But supposedly the people in her town, they know that last name. And their reputations precede them. Yeah, wire fraud at the very least. Oh yeah, definitely that. But this is going to be ugly, and it's going to get more jaw-dropping, and it's going to make you pound your head against the wall. The more information that I'm learning, which some of it I can't speak of, some of it I can, it's just mind-boggling, just absolutely mind-boggling. Yeah, Teresa says, I've hit it the nail on the head. Narcissists totally self-absorbed and unaccountable. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, she cannot take, she doesn't, none of this is her fault. She was bullied into doing this. Instead of just saying, I need to step away, I need to back away, I need to heal myself, which what normal people with mental health issues do. Okay? Speaking as someone who suffered, I'm on medication now, I'm fine, really, suffered from severe and profound depression and a new diagnosis of ADD, I can tell you that, and I know that sounds weird, a normal person with mental health issues would simply just back away until they were healed, right? I don't think this is a mental health issue as we think, like schizophrenia or bipolar or anything like that. Again, not a psychiatrist, not diagnosing anybody. I'm not. So don't come at me, anybody. But if I were a betting woman, my money would be on narcissism. Yeah, I can't wait to see the perp walk. That's all I'm saying. Okay, the fact that she's justifying this by saying that as soon as she came back, people piled on and the bullying started again. No, people are upset that she did this vile thing and put people through hell when she unalived, and people are pointing it out. And she just simply can't take responsibility. She just simply cannot take responsibility for her actions. As far as she's concerned, she didn't do anything wrong. First she says it was her family who made the decision, right? That was in her first post. Her family did what they thought was best for her, right? And Liberty Parker has a great question. Why come back to an industry that bullied her underneath another pseudonym? None of it makes sense. No, none of it. None of it. So if this industry was so god awful horrible and so bad and just full of, bullies and bitches, why would you want to come back to it? Why? This is a publicity stunt, people. That's what it boils down to. An absolute publicity stunt that is going to come back and bite her in her ass. Yeah, she cannot keep her facts straight. She cannot keep. Has told so many freaking lies that she can't keep them straight. I'm also finding out that prior to 2.5 years ago, oh man, this poor woman has been through hell, right? Just been through hell. Um, because prior to all of this, and we have the receipts to prove this, she herself held fundraisers for herself to cover her medical bills. Am I right? Um, there's someone in the audience who knows who I'm talking to. I'm not going to call them out on it, but I received information from one of the women in chat, and I was told, I think they sent me screenshots, but I can't remember. I've received so many screenshots, it's not even funny. But apparently, Meachen held several fundraisers in her own name to help pay for medical bills due to all these mysterious illnesses. She apparently had, I don't know, 15, 20 miscarriages, like every month, every other month was another one. We have the receipts for that. We're compiling all this together for our own investigation. And there's certain things that, identifiers that need to be redacted, and this is taking a lot of work. Um, yeah, exactly. It's fraud if she didn't need any of that. But there was no proof of any medical issues, right? We don't know what hospitals she went to. We don't know what the disease was because she wanted to keep it private and close to the vest. Um, but yeah, she has screwed people. I know of one person, one cover artist in particular, who she screwed out of over $1,000 worth of covers. Made one tiny, tiny little payment of like 50, $60. And then the next day went to PayPal and protested the payment, trying to say that she made the payment and never received the cover art. Thankfully, this cover artist had the receipts and had the proof, and PayPal denied Meachen's objection. But $50 or $60 is just a tiny fraction of the amount of money that Meachen owed this particular cover artist. A fraction. And I'm sure she took those covers and went and sold them as her own, because we know that's what she does. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh yeah. Yep. It's all fraud. And because it's over a certain amount of money, it's definitely a felony. There are investigations currently taking place. This story has hit around the world. Um, it's picking up steam. I did read one article where it was talking about how nasty the romance community was, and I'm sorry, I'm calling bullshit on that. We are not nasty. We are good, kind, decent, giving, good, honorable people. We help out whenever we can help out. Always. It's the tiny fraction, this one in every, million, that give the rest of us a bad name. And that just really pisses me off. Um, let's see. Oh, thank you, Celine Moore. I appreciate that. Yeah. Um, there were artists, cover models who were screwed out of money because they did these. What's the word? When you hire a cover model and a photographer to do a photo shoot for you. What is that called? Oh, there's a word for it. Anyway, you pay for original shots, right? For original photographs, and nobody else could use them. And I know there's a word for that. Commission, freelance, something like that. Contracted, something like that. But anyway, and they never got paid. Not a freaking dime. All that work and not a dime. She owes, oh, more money, more people, more money than there are pebbles in the sea. Exclusive. Thank you, Shannon. Yes, exclusive and custom photo shoot. Thank you. Um, yeah, that's fraud too. It's all fraud. Every little bit of it. And so she's going around deleting all these posts, and what she doesn't know is we've already got the screenshots, darling. So Susan Meachen, you can just quit deleting shit because we've already got the copies. We've already got the screen grabs. Yeah. It just all makes my head hurt. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and post them in the comments, and I will try to answer them. There will be, hi Vicky, Victoria Zach, I love you. She's another good author. If you haven't read Shannon, if you haven't read Victoria Zach, I don't know what other authors are here. Y'all need to check out their books. They're really, really good. These are two talented authors. Megan says she made her coffin, let her lie in it. Where did that go? Oh, Megan, you have the same kind of snark that I have. I love it. That's just hilarious. You know, Celine, I'm generally not a vengeful person, but I'm with you. I really do hope the punishment fits the deception and the crime. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. Christina says, I'm going to be honest. I've met a lot of mean girls, romance writers, but the vast majority are good people willing to help and share. Romance readers are voracious readers, plenty of seeds for all. Exactly. But there are some mean girls in the club. Oh, yes, there are. And I will never breathe the names aloud. So I just don't hang out with the mean girls. I hang out with the nice girls. And one of the things we as indie authors like to do is help other authors. I've published over 30 books. I don't even know how many. I've hit the USA Today bestsellers twice, bestsellers list 3 times. I forgot about one. Once on my own, and twice in a tiny, tiny anthology. I've got experience, I've got knowledge, and I am so grateful for the path that God has put me on for this journey, for this wonderful, wonderful journey and opportunity that I've had since 2011. Oh, that's been 11 years, hasn't it? Oh, wow. Anyway, that I do feel compelled to give back, and that's why I do my Wednesday nights with the Wench, is so that I can, and I want to help everyone, newbie authors, mid-list authors. I just want to give back to this wonderful community that has been so kind to me. I really do. I really want to give back, and I want to help those on their journey, right? And over the next few months, we're going to be having on our Wednesday nights, and we're going to be having guest authors come in and share their wisdom with us, like on organization, how to organize your files. I don't know about you, but before the Adderall, I would end up with like 15 file folders on my desktop for the same freaking book. I would have one file folder with just the ISBNs in it, another file folder for 27 different blurbs I wrote, another file folder for, various Word docs and blah, blah, blah. Just all these different freaking files. Files for release day, files for newsletters, blah, blah, blah. Just all over the place. And I'm not going to give you her name, but she's going to come in and show us how she is. This woman is so organized. You guys are gonna love her. You're gonna really love her. Um, but she's going to come in and talk about organization with us, and we're going to have other authors in that will talk to us about different ways of writing, different methods of writing. Um, oh, thank you, Sherry Tritt. You have a great night, sweetheart. I seriously appreciate it. And for those of you just coming in, if you could hit the like button, or if you would be ever so kind as to share the video, that would be awesome. Tammy says she can delete all she wants. The internet never deletes anything permanently. Information is easy to locate. Yes. Hi, Jazz T Ward. It's hitting some of this hard, just all of it. Exactly. Wednesday when I talked about this, I was in tears. If you didn't see it, go back and watch it. But I was really, literally brokenhearted over this, because I truly do feel that this was a not just a slap in the face, but a kick in the gut, a punch to the heart to anyone who has ever suffered from any kind of mental health issue, but more specifically depression. It was a kick in the gut to those of us who have truly lost family or friends to self-unaliving. I have to use specific words because I don't want to get in trouble. But that hurt. To say that you did that when there are so many people who are really truly suffering out there, who are really thinking about doing that to themselves, to let people, so many people feel guilty for not reaching out sooner, thinking that if they had, maybe they could have done something to stop it. It was a kick in the gut to everyone who has ever lost anyone to this. And that was heartbreaking. And I mean, she was an author. Couldn't she come up a better way? Car accident, house burned down. I mean, there's so many different ways that she could have handled this. But to say that she unalived herself to bullying, and then when she comes back saying the means justified the end, and that while she was gone, the bullying stopped. No, it didn't. Yeah, she sat back and let people mourn her loss. Exactly. Um, and then to find out that's not her only lie, that the lies have been taking place for years prior to that. Um, that she had cheated people out of thousands upon thousands of dollars, right? Editors, cover artists, whoever else you could possibly freaking think of. Um, she cheated those people out of money. She held fundraisers for herself for medical issues that she probably didn't even have. To say that, to lie and say she'd had, I mean, it was like every other month she was having another miscarriage, right? Um, for those of us who have really suffered that horrendous freaking loss, mm, to lie about these things that mean so much to people, to lie about these things that most of us feel to our very core, ah, that was just wrong. It's unforgivable, and I am a very forgiving person. The indie world is a very forgiving person. Um, if she'd even come back a couple weeks later and said, "Hey, I didn't do this. This was my family. I'm really sorry," we would have forgiven her. We would have welcomed her back with open arms because that's how we roll, right? But she didn't do that. No, no one really has that many. I don't think. I mean, yeah. Um, yeah, okay, let's put this up here. The mental image of her cackling and hurting those she doesn't feel shared enough or supported her enough then and now, it's just, how can someone be so damned evil? I don't know, Jazz. Is it Jazz? Is it James? Is it Jazz? JT. How about if I call you JT? Anyway, um, I don't know. Um, a narcissist. A narcissist does this. Yeah, right, Shannon. Um, okay, Aurora says that's the kicker, the money and the emotional mess she put people through. Yes, numerous occasions. I mean, prior to her, 2.5 years ago, right? People worried about her health, her actual physical health, because she had all these medical issues and all these miscarriages and all these, that, this, and the other. And then if anybody called her out on anything, she would go on. She was the bully. She was the one doing the bullying. Because when people called her out saying, hey, you still haven't paid me for these covers that she had actually received and was using, she would go online and say that this certain cover artist had screwed her out of all these different covers. She never received them, so she did her own. More and more lies. The lies. Oh, the tangled web we weave. This web, this web is about the size of Bermuda at this point, and I have a feeling it's going to get bigger. Yes, she has not shown one single example of being bullied. Yeah, she reminds me of Amber Heard. Exactly. Okay? She reminds me a little bit of Amber Heard. Yep. Years of lies. Years and years and years of lies and deception. And there's so much more. There's so much more. Exactly, KTS. Um, and I'm so sorry, honey. I'm sending you lots of love and hugs. Because to lose someone that way, it's just it's probably the most heartbreaking way to lose somebody. I mean, anyway, her lies and her deception run as deep as the ocean. Megan is saying this better than I did. She's so deep, her hair has to be brown. Yes, her lies and deception are so deep, her hair has to be brown. Right. Okay, Diana wins the internet tonight. Oh my God, Diana, you're killing me, girl. She pledged the payments but never actually paid. Oh my God, that is freaking hilarious. Oh, oh, Diana. Oh, I love you, dear. That is absolutely. Oh, you win the internet tonight. You just really do with that. You just really do. You and Megan both, but Diana, that just made me laugh so much and made me feel better. And thank you. So, um, it is heartbreaking. The whole thing is heartbreaking. But now, knowing what I know now, I've gone from heartbroken to pissed off. Now, for some of those of you who don't know me, I very seldom get pissed off. But when I do, I also get even. Diana, I'm not at liberty to answer that question. Take from that what you will. Anyway, I helped take down a pirate site that was run by Reverend Peckerhead. Does anybody remember Reverend Peckerhead? Travis McCray? Yeah, I helped helped get that site taken down. Copy paste Chris. I helped with that because she plagiarized me too. The book stuffers. Does everybody remember all the book stuffers who are cheating Amazon, cheating us, stuffing their books for KO, for pages read? You're welcome. I'm not going to be able to let this one I'm not going to be able to let this one go. Don't worry, I'm still writing. I wrote all day today. I wrote over almost 3,000 words. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy. And it was fits and starts, but that's okay. Interruptions. I can't believe this. Prior to my diagnoses, if I would be writing and deep in thought and just writing, and someone were to make a noise in the other room, knock on my door, come in, I would get pissed. Oh, I would get so mad. I am writing. And it would take forever to get back into the rhythm of things, right? I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, right? But with the Adderall, it's the weirdest thing. My husband, like this afternoon, I was sprinting with Christina. Thank you, Christina, for sprinting with me today. I really appreciate that, honey. And who else sprinted with me? Linda Mooney. She sprinted with me. Anyway, my husband came in. He'd gone shopping today. And, usually I always like to go with him. But I have screenshots sent to me where she denied that article. Jazz, can you send that to me? Shannon, would you put my email in the chat, please, so Jazz can send me those screenshots? I would really appreciate it. Anyway, he went shopping for us. He said, no, stay home and write. It's all good. So I stayed. I've been writing all day long. And when he got home, he came into my office, and I'm in the middle of writing. I mean, I'm on a 30-minute sprint, and I think I have like 12 minutes left, but it was okay. Talked to my husband. We had a great conversation. He's so adorable. God, he's so adorable. And then it was just a few minutes, and then he walked out of the room, and then I went back to writing. It didn't take anything for me to get back into the zone. How freaking cool is that? Right? Yeah, that was me. If I get sidetracked, had issues getting back on track. Yeah, I hated to be interrupted, and now it's okay. It's okay. Oh, Shannon, you are so goofy. I have my sippy cup full of water. It's a good thing I did not get a shot of whiskey before this, because it would have been really ugly, and you all would see that I really do have a very bad potty mouth. But it's just easier now to get interrupted and to go right back to it. Hi, Lori. Anyway, I'm very pleased with how the writing's going. Very pleased. And I am loving writing again. I mean, I wake up with a smile on my face and come out. I'm not making coffee. I'm not making tea. I just have my sippy cup. That's what the family calls it. Susie's sippy cup. And take my blood pressure medicine. I'm not spending 4 hours on YouTube. You want to know the next sprinting? I got to figure out a great way to do that. I hate using Facebook Messenger. I just really do. Facebook annoys the hell out of me. God forgive me. God forgive me. God forgive me. I'm going to do a little brainstorming tonight. If you would like to sprint with me, anybody here who's a writer and would like to sprint, send me an email. Okay? Susan at susantisdale.com. It is fun. It is fun. Right now we use something called Viber, which is, it's a free app that you can download. Okay, Diana. I got on Discord last night to follow Icked Mel. I just love Icked Mel. Does anybody know who I'm talking about? He's this guy that follows crime stories and stuff on YouTube. I just absolutely love him. He is freaking adorable. So I got on Discord for the first time ever last night. I could not figure it out. I just could not figure it out. Um, it's software. Howler is software for YouTube. I've not heard of that. Shannon, we'll have to talk after this live stream. You also hate Icky Mel? Oh, I love Icky Mel. I do. Um, that's okay, honey. That's okay. Not everybody's gonna like everything, and that's okay. Believe it or not, not everybody in the whole world loves me. I know. Blows my mind too. Um, yeah, it does take a learning curve. That is true. Um, you have like 70 channels. Oh my god. See, when I got in there last night, I'm like, create a channel, blah blah. I'm like, this makes no sense to me. So it has to be something that I can use easily. And right now, I use this little app called Viber, Viber. It's free to download, but I need to find a better way to do this. I do not want to start a spreading group on Facebook. I just don't. Um, okay, Rose says, hang on. I love doing the immersive writing videos. They're 2 hours long with 5 minute breaks and 4 sessions of 25 minutes. I stay focused and have edited loads of this week. Good for you, dear. Um, okay, we have a link. Let's open it and see what that says. Oh, that showed. I don't want to show it. Huh. I don't know how to open that. Yes? Is someone there? Okay. Can you email that to me? Because I don't know how to open it up in this chat. Okay, someone says, like the ones that Rhiannon does in the Night Owls. Why have I not heard of this stuff? Well, see, I don't know that I want to do a live sprint. I mean, oh, they do a stream and then during breaks chat with everyone. Hmm. I'm going to think about that. I'm going to have a discussion with Shannon. And what's the email? It's Susan at SusanTisdale.com. Shannon has posted it in the chat. Um, I'll think about that because I've had lots of people asking about that. But see, I like to do 30-minute sprints. Yeah, it goes to the door. I think it was my husband cleaning something, um, which really pisses me off that I can't watch. Okay, this is what we call it when my husband cleans, like when if he dusts or vacuums or sweeps or whatever. We call that chore play in my house. Yes, Samby, that's where I was. Um, okay, Shannon, can I call you when our live stream is over, honey, to discuss this? I do 30-minute sprints, and we have a starting word count, and then we just track how many words we've written. And at the end of the 30 minutes, we post that in our chat. Um, uh, and it just works out really well. It just is another way to help you stay on track, right? But if you guys think, I'm going to talk to Shannon about Howler. Um, you are so funny. It howls when it's done. It's fun. Oh, okay. I got to check this out, Shannon. I really do. Okay. Remind me, Shannon. Okay. I'm getting better at remembering things. Oh man, so I could say, okay, I'm going to do that in 2 minutes, and within 30 seconds, it was totally out of my brain. So Howler. Okay, and we'll figure out a way um, to set this up so that we can do it. Yeah. So if you would like to sprint, send me an email. Susan at SusanTisdale.com, and we'll get a group of us together. And I'm sure Shannon can tell me or not, that I don't have to be there, Shannon. Other people can just come in at any time, day or night, and find someone to sprint with. That's my goal. That is really my goal, is that people can find sprinting partners. Because not, some people write really late at night and some people are up at 5 a.m. Um, yeah. So it's nice to be able to find someone just to sprint with and know that there's someone else with you, someone who might be having the same struggle as you. Um, the only thing I worry about is that sometimes when I write, I sit here and go, oh, what's the friggin' word I'm looking for? Because it would just go like today, what was the word I wanted? Disposition. And I couldn't think of that freaking word. And I'm like, just sitting here going, okay, I know what it means. It starts with a D. No, it's not despondent. No, it's not this. And I sat there for like 2 or 3 minutes trying to think of this one simple flippin' word. Okay, Shannon, we'll talk afterwards, okay? Oh, you usually finish at 5 a.m., Holly? You have a sprint on your Discord that is 24/7. Okay, we're going to just have to walk. I'm a step away now, paperwork to finish, but it's been eye-opening and fun. I'll be watching for updates. Good night, all. Well, thank you, Jennifer Rose, for being here. I appreciate it. So, anyway, um, if you want more information, again, just send us a quick email. Shannon and I will chat when this is over, and we'll be in touch with you on what we decide to do on how to set up this large sprinting group. Does that sound good? I hope so. But it is 10 till 8. We've been here since 6:30. And thank you, Rita. Oh, honey, you don't have we've only talked about it the fraction of the crap authors go through. Anyway, I love you all. I really do. And just thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you come back next Wednesday, again, 6:30 Central, for our Wednesday Nights with the Wench. I haven't just, we've got lots of topics to choose from, and I haven't decided which one I'm going to choose yet. You can always go back and watch the previous videos on, plotting, scene setting, character development, my board of insanity, all the different things, how to get out of that funk you're in, just all sorts of different topics, all related to writing that we've already done videos, live streams, and they're saved and they're here on my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to check those out, I would appreciate it. I appreciate all the likes and the subscriptions and the notification bells and the shares and everything. I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. This just means the world to me. This is why I do what I do, is because I want to help other authors. And this is a safe place for authors and even readers on Friday night or whoever to get together with us and to talk about these current events or, on Friday night, whatever trips or triggers. So everybody have just an amazing weekend, okay? I hope it's warm and dry and safe. And if you're feeling alone, as we all sometimes do, you are not. You are important to more people than you realize, and there is a reason why you are here on this planet. Sometimes we don't always see what that reason is. But that's part of life's journey, is to try and figure it out. So know that I love you. I think you're special and important. Okay? Anyway, have a great weekend, and we will see you on Wednesday night. Okay? Bye-bye, everybody. Mwah!